read anything because it's going to give us information. Oh my god. I'm going to take a drink of water because this is going to be long, I think. First entry. I'm not used to keeping a journal, but my thoughts are in turmoil, and I have no one to talk with about them. I figure that by writing down my feelings, I might be able to sort through them. Put simply, I have met a woman. She is incredible. She is beautiful, rich, and well-bred. The perfect match for me. I saw her in the gardens. She was sitting at the fountain, looking over the flowers, and she said in a melodious voice, "Everything here is so beautiful. I love it so much." She breathed heavily and pouted. She was so cute that I had to approach her. I snuck up behind her and whispered, "How much?" She looked rather startled, but recovered nicely, obviously recognizing me as the most successful merchant in the city. The garden takes me away from my horrible life," she replied. "I love it more than anything, truth be told." "That was before you met me," I stated. She giggled, and at that moment I knew that she was for me. I've never met anyone that I reacted to so strongly. I must have her. Normally women pursue me. I am the most successful merchant in the city, and the notoriety of my magic amulet is widespread. But I've never invested so much of myself into one woman. If she won't have me, I don't know what I'll do. More later. 7th entry. Every time I see her, I yearn to spend more and more time with her. We've started meeting at the old stream where I played when I was a child. It makes me so happy to show her my old haunts. Taking her across the stepping stones was an absolute joy. She would only walk across while holding my hand. She was terrified of getting her dress wet. Each step took her farther away from the shore, and by the 5th, the last, she collapsed in my arms. I'll have to take her back here more often. 11th entry. Deirdre is beginning to open up to me. Deirdre. Her life, although not quite the horror story she believes it to be, has been hard. Her father died when she was young, and her mother remarried a cruel man who tries to control Deirdre's life. He doesn't care about her. He only thinks about her dowry, what she is worth. He wants only to preserve her value as a marriage object. She doesn't remember much about her real father. She does recall that he used to read her bedtime stories when she was very young. One especially caught her fancy, the bouncing beans. When I told her that I read the same story long ago, she smiled so sweetly that it warmed my whole day. I must have her as my wife, regardless of her penny-pinching stepfather. He may ask for the world, but I will pay it. 20th entry. Her stepfather has cloistered her away. It was obviously his plan to allow her to be with me just long enough to whet my interest. And now that the relationship has progressed, he has snatched her off and is demanding a wedding. I certainly don't mind the idea of a wedding. I made that decision long ago. But I do object to his keeping me away from her while he decides what the dowry will be. Undoubtedly, he is poring over financial records, trying to calculate how much he can safely gouge out of me. All I can do is wait. 21st entry. This waiting is driving me mad. I can't concentrate on my business. I'm useless for any task. I've repeatedly asked her stepfather if he has come to a decision, and each time he sends me away without an answer. The last time he bellowed that he would send a messenger when his decision was made, and that I should stop bothering him in the meantime. So what can I do? I wait, and I wait. 22nd entry. Since I cannot do my job, I've decided to commission a portrait, if only to use up some time while I await the messenger. Naturally, I have hired Leonard Borgosh. His reputation for excellence is widespread throughout the realms. He is due to arrive in the next few days. Oh my god. 23rd entry. The portrait goes well. Leonard, has lived up to his reputation. However, the endless hours of sitting do not take my mind off of my prospective bride. Instead, the modeling just gives me more time to dwell on missing her. I expect the messenger any day now. According to her stepfather, I am to give the dowry directly to the messenger. Only after he delivers it will I see my darling Deirdre again. I argued about handing over what I expected to be a fortune to a stranger, so we agreed that the messenger would identify himself with a few facts that only my fiancé and I know. Then again, I would have to agree to anything to hurry the old coot up. '24th entry. The painting is done, and still the messenger hasn't arrived. I wonder if that man realizes the pain he's putting me through, or if he even cares. 25th entry. The messenger has finally arrived. After confirming his identity, I gratefully handed over the obscene sum that Deirdre's stepfather demanded. It will take quite a few years to regain that amount, but any amount would be worth it to end my torment. Deidre is due here any time, so I must end this. 72nd entry. I have finally confronted the Brotherhood about the unfair taxes which they levy against this town. They act as if they owned Skirvash. They have been a thorn in my side ever since I arrived here. Thus far, I've given them no reason for taking action against me, but now I am a little worried that I may have provoked them with my talk about unfair taxes. I can only hope that my amulet will keep them at bay. 73rd entry. I'm certain of it now. They are after me. I replaced the lock on my door with the best I could find, but it didn't stop last night's intruder. If not for my amulet, I'd be dead. I'm getting out of here. Sooner or later, they're going to figure out how to neutralize my magic, and when they do, I'm done for. I'm packing up everything I can carry, and I'll be out of here tomorrow. Alright, that's it. Alright, I'm saving because I do not want to read that crap again. LPDG 006. Now I see we have a portrait, so why don't we try the reality pocket spell. I like this sort of like double try infinity symbol. It's cool. You form the spell in the air. The glowing lines float over to the Merle and sink into the surface. An uneven circle, like a hole in the painting, pulls back from the center to the frame, leaving something like a doorway into the scene. A figure stands uncomfortably in the center of an artist's studio. Let's enter. You climb onto the mantle and into the painting. You find yourself standing in the artist's studio, facing a young man awkwardly holding himself in a stiff pose. Hello, my good man. Have you seen the artist? I'm getting very tired of standing in this position. No, I haven't seen him. Well, I'm not sure how long I can keep this up. I'm only doing this in order to fill time anyway. Who are you, by the way? Well, I'm the messenger from your wife-to-be. She sent me here with the dowry information you've been waiting for. Oh, he looks at you a little suspiciously. What does my little doe want? It's quite simple. She wants your magic amulet. She wants my amulet, my most prized possession? I don't believe it. How do I know you aren't lying? Well, do you think I would be so stupid as to try to lie to such an obviously intelligent and perceptive man? Well, yes, of course. However, I must verify this information, as I'm sure you understand. I can't just give away something that's valuable to someone who claims to be a messenger from my fiancé. The person she was to send was supposed to know some very personal facts about her, things no one beside me would know. If you can answer these questions, I'll believe that you are who you say you. First, can you tell me what her favorite bedtime story was? The Bouncing Beans. Interesting. Now, tell me this. How many stepping stones were there over the old creek where we used to meet? 5. There's only one more. What did I whisper to my lady the first time we met? How much? That's correct. You've answered all my questions. I have no choice but to believe that you are who you claim to be. As I have told my lady, I would give up anything to be with her. She obviously wishes to test this promise by asking for my most prized possession. I will give it to you in hopes that she will realize that my love for her surpasses any material item. He sighs heavily as he removes the amulet from around his neck and hands it to you. You bow and walk away out of the painting and back into the house. After you leave the portrait, the spell wears off and the portal closes. Alright, let's go back to Hugh the Hand. Yes, is there something else? I have the amulet. Here it is. Hugh accepts the amulet with surprise. I didn't think you could do it. Now, I have no doubts that you're perfect for the Brotherhood. Come with me. Hugh strides to the door with you tagging along behind. He leads you up to the front of the tower with motions too quick to follow. Rendered in the blink of an eye, he has opened a concealed door. He ducks inside it and motions you to follow. This is the Tower of the Brotherhood, my friend. You'll come to know it well. To the right is the storeroom where we keep the key crystals. You'll learn more about those after you've joined. In front is the legendary treasure room, and to the left is the initiation room. It is here that we go. Hugh hands you a small stoneware crock filled with a salve. I noticed that you've taken a beating recently. This healing salve will help. A good assassin is never without it. As he begins to leave, he adds, "Wait here. I will be back in an hour or so to proceed with the initiation. Try not to think about the pain involved." He walks out grinning evilly. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so let's push. Get on. You climb onto the staying table and flip open the shuttered window. The sun bursts through the opening, somewhat obscured by the distinct shape of the floating continent of Ulandia. Look at it. Arianus' sun, somewhat obscured by the floating continent of Ulandia, shines through the mist and into the room. So, okay, so that tells me some stuff. The tower walls rise out of sight. On them you see a door to each side, and a multicolored fresco ahead. A locked door. Alright, let's try this. Okay, twist is a clank. That's good. Tilt is a thunk. Shake is a clack. Shake. Twist. Twist is a clank. Pull is a tick. Shake is a... Alright. So we're looking at twist, pull, tilt. Alright, let's try that again. That's a thunk. That's a tick. Twist is a clank. Pull is a tick. That's a clack. So it's gotta be twist. It's gotta be pull, and it's gotta be shake. Twist, pull, tilt. Okay, I've done something wrong. There's a clack, clank, thunk. That's not what I wanted. This is irritating. Clack, tick, clink. That's not right. No, that's not what I wanted, damn it. Clack, tick, clink. Why do I keep doing that? No, I didn't want that, damn it. Alright, shake, pull, twist doesn't work. Okay, shake, pull, tilt. There we go. Damn it. Alright. Light radiates from a huge gem in the ceiling onto a stone statue of a woman wearing a green crystal necklace. I think I need clack, not clink. I think I screwed that up. Alright. It's a field. Obviously, we probably can't touch that. Statue. We'll use magic. Let's try the new motion. Maybe try to get it to come out of the field. You trace the lines of the spell into the air. The magic envelops the statue. For a few moments, nothing seems to happen. Suddenly, the still form quivers. Stone legs, never intended to walk, uproot themselves. The statue begins to move jerkily towards you. With every step, it breaks apart. Stone fragments fall away from the newly made joints. As soon as it has made its way outside of the glowing field, it collapses in a heap. The crystal necklace remains on the statue's neck, but safely outside.